For 411 days, a live stream ran on an obscure corner of the internet showing nothing but a single empty apartment. No sound, no host, no explanation, just a static camera pointed at an empty room. If you like a good unexplained mystery, stick around and make sure you're subscribed because this channel is nothing but true and strange stories week after week. The channel first appeared in the spring of 2019, uploading under a username that was just a string of numbers, no profile picture, no bio, nothing. The very first stream simply began one evening with a static wide shot of a small studio apartment. A bed against one wall, a kitchenette in the corner, a window with the blinds drawn halfway. No people, no pets, no movement of any kind. The stream had no title beyond a timestamp, and the description field was left completely blank. For the first few weeks, almost nobody watched. A handful of viewers would occasionally wander into the chat, ask what they were looking at, get no response, and leave within minutes. It seemed destined to be one of those forgotten corners of the internet that exists for a while and quietly disappears. Except it didn't disappear. Day after day, the stream kept running. The lighting in the room would shift with what appeared to be the time of day outside, sunlight creeping across the floor in the mornings, deepening into shadow by evening, suggesting the camera really was capturing a real, currently occupied space somewhere in the world, just one that never seemed to have anyone in it. By midsummer, a small community of regular viewers had formed, treating the stream almost like ambient background noise, something to leave open in another tab while working or falling asleep. People in the chat gave the apartment a nickname, calling it the waiting room, half as a joke about how empty and still it always was. Someone pointed out that occasionally small details in the room would change between viewing sessions. A cup would appear on the kitchen counter one day and be gone the next. The blinds, once halfway open, would sometimes be found fully closed in the morning, then open again by the following afternoon. Nobody was ever seen making these changes. The camera never once caught a person entering or leaving the frame. By early autumn, the account had accumulated a strange kind of quiet infamy, mostly on message boards dedicated to internet oddities. Theories circulated. Some believed it was an art project, a slow burn experiment in ambient dread. Others believed it was a security camera from an actual apartment that had been left publicly accessible by accident, its unknown residents simply going about their life just out of frame. A few insisted they'd seen a shadow pass briefly across the wall late at night, gone before they could take a screenshot, and were largely dismissed by the rest of the community as seeing things in low-resolution footage at 3 a.m. The stream continued, uninterrupted, for over a year. No breaks, no maintenance windows, no error messages. Then, on a night in June of 2020, at exactly 2:17 in the morning according to the stream's internal timestamp, something changed. Viewers in the chat that night described the bedroom door, which had never once moved in over 400 days of footage, slowly swinging open on its own. What emerged from the darkness beyond it was not a person, not clearly, but something low to the ground that moved with a strange, deliberate slowness across the apartment floor before stopping directly beneath the camera, just out of clear view for nearly 6 full minutes. The handful of viewers awake at that hour flooded the chat, demanding to know if anyone else was seeing what they were seeing. Screen recordings were hastily started, most too late to catch the doorway opening, but several managing to capture the shape lingering beneath the camera. The figure, if it even qualified as one, never fully entered frame again after that night. At 3:19 in the morning, the stream cut to black without warning, mid-broadcast, no error message, no explanation, and it never came back online. The account itself remained active for a few more days afterward, with no new streams, before disappearing from the platform entirely, username and all, as though it had never existed. Every screen recording taken that night has since been archived and endlessly analyzed by the small community that once called the apartment the waiting room, and to this day, nobody has agreed on what exactly emerged from that doorway, whether it was ever truly a real apartment at all, or whether somebody or something had simply been waiting patiently on the other side of that door the entire 411 days, for a reason nobody watching ever got the chance to understand. Maybe some things really are better left running quietly in the dark, unnoticed and unexplained, until the day something inside finally decides it's ready to be seen. If you've ever come across something like this online, some quiet corner of the internet that never quite sat right with you, I want to hear about it in the comments below.